small and trivial. And my colleagues in Quebec, I certainly express that view that this is part of it. And I do sense clearly huge discomfort with the people that are administering this level of difficulty point. That they just simply do not feel comfortable with this. And I believe that prevails throughout the region. And clearly it's been driven by Ottawa, senior management people in Ottawa, right up to the minister, that somehow they have my hit on the stick for creating the discomfort problem that I've created.
What's the next step for you now going forward?
Well, I got to consider it. I disagree with this standoff. It's very undignified, unwarranted. So that bothers me a lot. The breaches of the code of ethics. I have a merit award for outstanding achievement. For the work that I've done with the public service and contribution to the public service in Canada. So that's, from a personal standpoint, that's not easy to accept. But on the other hand, I have to consider that we're getting our attention diverted away from the real issue, which is the Marine Rescue Sub-Centre. And I have no interest in racing to the bottom with management on a personal level. No interest whatsoever. So I'll decide in the next few days whether or not I would grieve that or I would file an harassment charge. But that's certainly something I'll have to weigh in again. I've just known in the last couple of days, we talk about issues that I want to focus on. As I've been trying to focus with the announcements closing in the Sub-Centre, that the Auditor General now will engage in an exercise of disclosure at the JRCC in Halifax and at the JRCC in Trenton, Ontario, and JRCC in Victoria, BC. That exercise of identification of issues that they will audit will be done over the next couple of months, and there will be a very intense audit of search and rescue services at all the JRCC centres, and I would understand by de facto that the Marine Rescue Sub-Centres will be part of that. And I'm saying to the ministers responsible that let's take this as something positive. Let's take this as a way out, if that's what you actually see it as, for all of us, including keeping the centre open until that audit is finished. We've just been seeing some of the outcomes of what the Auditor General has put on the table for us, with the military, and I think this has got similar implications. And let's go with this. Let's talk about this, and let's not get diverted into these levels of intimidation about the person that's carrying the message.
Right. Okay. And what is the date that it's slated to close? Sub-Centre.
My understanding now is the 25th of April. The communications line in Halifax will be opened up. And they will ease into the transition, the settlement, the crossover, if you will, of operations from the Marine Rescue Sub-Centre in St. John's to the JRCC in Halifax. I signed off on a letter this morning that said effective May 8th, I can leave. Whether or not it will be extended beyond that, we'll have to wait and see. And I'm trying to get some clarification on whether or not if the centre is left open, that I would continue, because I'm asking to have my termination tied into the Marine Rescue Sub-Centre. The Marine Rescue Sub-Centre stays open, and I'm asking to be there. So I'm not sure, if that date is fine, so we'll have to wait and see. But the 8th of May looks to be a very, very concrete, positive date at the moment.
Anything else that you may want to add that we may have left in?
No, I think we've covered it all. If there's anything else that would be now repetitive, we just need, the bottom line message is that we need now for management, for the ministers and all of us to focus and to concentrate on the issue of the Marine Rescue Sub-Centre, why it shouldn't close. Let's get and understand what the issues are. Let's get that third-party audit there. Let the Auditor General do his job. I just like to stand back. We all want to stand back from this and not be perceived as being, blasting off rhetoric and posturing. That's not where we want to be. And I think it would be healthy for all of us to leave the centre where it is. Let's do the due diligence about closing and make the right decisions from there.
Right. Thanks.